I always dreamed of owning a Rolls-Royce. I worked 2 jobs for 10 years, lived cheap, and when my startup finally took off, I promised myself I'd get one as a reminder that the grind was worth it. So, last month, I finally brought home my dream car, a gleaming black Rolls-Royce Ghost. It's not just a car, it's a statement. Unfortunately, my statement landed me right in the crosshairs of Karen. Karen is the iron-fisted dictator of our HOA. She's the kind of person who measures grass height with a ruler and once threatened to find a neighbor for having a too bright welcome mat. So the moment she saw my Rolls parked in my driveway, she marched over with her trusty clipboard. She knocked so hard on my door I thought it might crack. When I answered, she was glaring at me like I'd parked a UFO on her lawn. "This vehicle violates our community standards," she hissed, waving her papers. I asked her which rule I broke. She flipped through her binder so aggressively it nearly fell apart. She finally settled on no commercial vehicles or ICERs or Rolls-Royce. I told her politely that my car was legally registered, privately owned, fully insured, and parked on my own driveway. She sputtered about lowering the neighborhood's image, which was rich considering she drives a rusty minivan with duct tape on the bumper. I thought she'd eventually get bored and move on. She didn't. 2 days later, I came home to find a tow truck backed up to my driveway. With my Rolls halfway lifted, I ran outside yelling, and there was Karen, arms folded, smug grin in place. She'd called the HOA's towing service, claiming my car was abandoned. I demanded they drop my car immediately, but Karen smirked and told them not to listen. I was harassing her when I threatened to call the police. She beat me to it. 15 minutes later, I was explaining to 2 very annoyed officers why my own car was being stolen from my own driveway. Karen spun some wild story about how I was disturbing the peace and threatening her safety. The next thing I knew, they were slipping cold metal handcuffs on me for breach of the peace, while Karen gleefully filmed it on her phone. But here's the thing. My neighbor Mark is an attorney, and he'd seen the whole thing from across the street. He ran over with his phone out, showing the officers video of Karen directing the tow truck, yelling that my car was trash that needed to be gone. He also had footage of me doing nothing but arguing for my property back. The officers looked at Karen, then at me. One of them actually sighed. They took the cuffs off and told Karen she just wasted everyone's time. The tow truck driver, realizing he'd nearly towed a 400 car illegally, dropped it and drove off so fast he left tire marks. Karen shrieked about filing a restraining order, but instead she got slapped with a trespassing complaint and had to pay the towing company's bill for unauthorized dispatch. My Rolls is fine. Karen's reputation, not so much. The HOA board is now reviewing her leadership, and word is she might be forced to step down for good. I still park my Rolls-Royce front and center, because now it's not just my dream car. It's the neighborhood's new crown jewel, and Karen can't do a thing about it.